Can you hear me?
Okay. Hello. Uncle, you cut your hair.
Oh, can you hear me or not?
Yeah,
Can.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You cut your hair, uncle.
Oh, cut. Every 2 months.
Huh? And then oh, you cut at home, is it?
No, go to the saloon.
Huh? Penang got open. Here haven't opened.
Here open second phase. We are undergoing the
Malay
second phase.
Malaysia still face. KL still face one. I haven't cut my hair so long already.
Oh, and it seems that 2 doses of vaccine
Can go out. Yeah.
can
But only
cross the border.
can eat and everything, but then only in the states at
But they
phase
dare
2
not.
only.
They dare not eat.
Mm,
They dare not dine in. Okay.
risky.
Now, in our last lesson, we seen that for the velocity time graph,
Yeah.
the area under the curve shows the distance traveled, or they call it the difference in displacement, the
Mm-hmm.
delta x. And we have found out the delta x from 0 to 200. Right? So by adding
Okay.
up the area under the graph from 0 to 200 seconds, using area of rectangle, area of square and triangle. So
Okay.
after adding up all the area, and we have 2.4 times 10 to the power of 4 mile per hour per second. That is
Mm,
before converting to hour, multiply
okay.
with 1 over 3,600. So before
Okay.
conversion is 2.4 times 10 to the power 4, right? After conversion, then it is 6.7 miles. Okay, so today we continue with the other parts.
Okay.
The other parts, they are, so this one is the last lesson, right? The last lesson
Mm-hmm.
until 200 seconds, until this line here, 200 seconds. So
Yeah.
how many more parts we have? Actually, we have 3 more parts. This one, number 6, area number 6, which is a right angle triangle.
Okay.
Then another area, maybe I call it number 7 because it's too small to label there. So the book didn't label it, but I call it area number 7, right? The green color here,
Okay.
area
And
number 7. And yeah, area number 7, is it? The 8? No, no. The green color is this one, area numbers. It's still under area number 6, sorry. So it's actually a right angle triangle plus a small rectangle there.
okay.
Then area number 7 is between this red line and the x-axis or the time axis, a very
Okay.
not enough to color it. Then lastly, the area number 8 is this area between 350 and 400 seconds. This area is below the time axis, or the below the x-axis. So how many parts we have today? We have
7, 8,
uh, so
8 parts.
6 consists of 2 parts, then
Mm-hmm.
7 and 8. So we start with area number 6. Now this
Okay.
area number 6, when we find the area, the total area, it is supposed to be a trapezium, right? With a right angle triangle joined to a green rectangle at the bottom. So the first part, right angle triangle, is half base times height.
Half base
So
times height.
half the base is this one, from 200 to
200 to
300,
300.
right? So
Okay.
you subtract 300 minus 200, so we have this one,
100.
100. I better use another
Oh, okay,
color.
okay.
I better use another color. Okay, these 100 seconds come
Mm-hmm.
from this
Yep.
part here. This part here, right? The 100 second. Then the height of the right angle triangle, they estimate it to be 170 until 10. So this part 170 until 10.
10. Okay.
So this is the height of the right angle triangle. For the rectangle at the bottom, for the rectangle at the bottom, the height of the rectangle is 10. The height here, they estimate it to be 10. And of course, again, the difference in time is 300 minus 200, it is 100 second. Okay. When you multiply them together and add up the two area, it is 9 times 10 to the power 3 mile per hour second, right? Mile per hour second, if you convert it to mile, okay, this unit is mile per hour, and this one is the second, and the second you convert it into hour to be consistent with the hour here. So when you convert the second to hour, the hour and hour will cancel away. These two will cancel away. So you are left with 2.5 miles. Is this okay? Regarding the
Yes.
unit, how to make them consistent. Now,
Mm-hmm.
before before conversion, it is like this, mile per hour second. Actually, this mile per hour second, mile per hour, then this is actually second. So if you leave it as mile per hour second, the hour and the second, they are not consistent with one another. So you cannot convert them into the length. So when you convert the second to hour, so the hour and hour can cancel away. You are left with mile. Is this okay?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So next one, area number 7. Area number 7 is this part here. It cannot be colored. The red line is just above the t-axis or the x-axis. This part here, from 300 to 350, right? So I draw a straight line and tell you that this is the area we are looking for, and this is supposed to be a right angle triangle, right, with a very small height. Okay, right. So it is half base times height again, right? Then the height is 10 mile per hour. As estimate for the rectangle earlier, this small height here is 10. Then the base here is 350 minus 50. So 350 minus 50 is 50 seconds. So half base times height. Okay, the base is 50 second. The height is 10 miles per hour. Okay, now you can leave it this way and wait for the final answer, right? So multiply this together is 2.5 times 10 to the power of 2 mile per hour second. Mile per hour second. This one we can leave it here first. If you want to convert, you can convert it. If you don't want, you can leave it like this first, right? Okay, the last area is this part, the right angle triangle, which is below the x-axis, this part. Okay, this part here, this right angle triangle here, and the height of the right angle triangle is negative 50 seconds, from here 0 to negative 50. So the height here is negative 50 seconds. So half base, the base is from 350 to 400. So 350 to 400, the base is 50 second. The height is negative 50 mile per hour. So when you multiply this together, you have negative 1.3 times 10 to the power of 3. Now, the negative displacement here means that the object is moving backwards. After moving a certain length of from 0 to 350, they keep moving forward. They keep moving forward, right? And from 350 to 400, they move backwards. This is shown by the area under the x-axis. So it's a negative area. Negative area means it is moving backwards. Of course, you cannot see it from this diagram here, so I show you over here. I show you over here. Okay. Now, from 0 to 350, it is moving forward. Moving forward means they move from the original position towards the right hand side. So they move from the original position here towards the right hand side. So they move until the 350th second. So they stop instantaneously, right? So it corresponds with this part here. 350, the velocity is 0. So 350, they stop, right? But not for a very long time, just for a short while. And they continue to move with a negative velocity. Negative velocity means they move in the left direction. So they move left direction. So when they move in the left direction, the distance covered here is actually the distance that is moving backwards. How do we know they are moving backwards? Because the velocity is negative, number one. And number two, the displacement that we have calculated here is a negative number. So means that it is moving backwards, moving backwards. And how much it has moved backward? 1.3 times 10 to the power of 3 mile per hour second. Okay, now the question want to know, what is the final displacement? The final displacement is the position here, is the position here, right? So if it is this position with respect to the starting position here and this position here, I've shown by using this green arrow here. So this length here is the final displacement, this length here. So how to get this green color? You have to actually take the full length from 0 to 350, then minus the distance that you move backward, and you will get the final displacement, the final position here, right? How far is it from the starting position? And it's given by the green line. So far, okay or not? Any question? You go and you come back. So when you come back, you subtract the distance that you come back. That is the meaning of it, right? The physical meaning of it. So so now I try to add up all the different parts along this blue line here, the different parts from 0 until 350, right? The different parts from 0 to 350. So it's given here, right? It's given here. From 0 to 200, 200 to 300, 300 to 350, 350 to 400. So the first part, 0 to 200, is 2.4 times 10 to the power 4. Now this number not yet converted into mile. We have not yet multiplied with the 1 over 3600 second, 1 over 3600 hour, not yet, right? Now where this number come from? This number comes from here, 2.4 times 10 to the power 4, and it is the difference in displacement from 0 to 300 to 200 second is 2.4. So this is the part, right? Then the second part, 9 times 10 to power 3, where come from this one? This come from where? 9. It comes from here, the area number 6, right? Area number 6, the whole thing, right? The whole thing, the yellow and green color, the whole thing, area number 6. Then this one, 2.5 times 10 to the power of 2. Where this thing come from? This one come from here, 0 to 350, right angle triangle. And this negative 1.3 times 10 to the power 3 comes from the part, the negative part here. So you add up all this, then you multiply with 1 over 3600, you get the answer as 8.9 miles. Okay. Any question?
No, sir.
No. No, then so you have problem with earlier on you told me you have problem with the last two slides. This is